All right, y'all, I'm James J. Reed. We're out here in the Florida Panhandle camping, Topsail Hill Preserve State Park. Takibi's going. I'm about to show you how I make jambalaya in my granny's cast iron skillet. All right, peace. Catch you in the next clip. James J. Reed. Like, share, subscribe. All right, y'all, skillet's nice and hot. It's been a few minutes on the fire. We got some olive oil, 2 tablespoons probably. And we're gonna go in with the onions. The celery. I'm going to add the peppers in a few minutes. I'm going to give the celery and onions a little time to sweat it out, saute. The fire's hot, y'all. I'm going to add a tiny bit of salt. We're going to give it a stir. You hear that sizzle? She's telling me she wants a little bit more olive oil. Just a touch. And when we add olive oil, we move this stuff to the side. We put it on the hot side of the pan and let it get hot before it goes over and touches the vegetables. All right, y'all, that's gonna saute that for a few minutes, then we're gonna add the peppers. All right, y'all, the onions and celery have been sauteing about 3 minutes. Now we're gonna add the peppers. I've got a mixture of jalapeno, green bell pepper, and then those little Christmas light peppers you get in the produce department in the Mylar bags. Yo, that fire is hot and it's smoky and it's making my eyes feel like they want to sneeze. James J. Reed. Like, share, subscribe. At this point, we're also going to add the tasso. Today's jambalaya is going to have tasso and chicken in it. Right, I'm going to cut away and let that cook down for a while, and I'm going to come back. All right, y'all, this trinity has been cooking for about 10 minutes. We got some good heat under it. I got the little skillet set up. We're gonna sear the chicken thighs. Typically I would do that in the big skillet first, but I'm trying to save time and use a little less fuel. So we're gonna fire it up in a separate skillet. A little olive oil. About 2 tablespoons. It's good and hot. Chicken thighs going in. We're really just looking to get a good sear on each side. We don't have to cook it all the way through. It's gonna cook. I'm gonna cook it most of the way through. To the trinity, I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons of granulated garlic. You can use fresh garlic if you want. My fresh garlic froze up in my cooler, so I'm using granulated. Alright, she's going pretty good. Chicken thighs are rolling. We're gonna cook 3 thighs all day. I'm gonna cut away. Come back in a little bit when we add the tomato paste and the tomatoes. Alright, James J. Reed. Like, share, subscribe. Peace. Alright, y'all, it's time to add the tomatoes to the trinity. We're going to do about 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup of grape tomato. Give that a stir, let those blister up a little bit if they will. Alright, we're going to cut away now and come back when it's time to flip the chicken. Catch you in a minute. Alright, y'all, it's time to do 2 things. It's time to add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste to the trinity. We want to let that cook down. And it's time to flip the chicken. Hopefully that skin's nice and rendered out. Ooh, that's hot. Yeah, we're gonna let that go another minute or 2 on the chicken. And we're gonna stir that tomato paste into the trinity. Now this is kind of all working into some tremendous flavor paste. At this point, I'll tell you that I seasoned the chicken just simply with this Tony Chachere's creole seasoning. Anybody listening? Also, we're going to sprinkle some of this on the trinity, the creole. At this point, we're going to add about a teaspoon of Wang chili powder. We're going to stir that in. I got this pot over about medium heat now. It was real high before, but now we don't want to burn things, so we're just slowing down some. Alright, we're going to cut away, and I got one more piece of chicken to cook. I'm going to come back when I add that to the pan and show you how I'm going to hold that chicken before I add it to the jambalaya. Alright, take a moment and hit that thumbs up button, and you'll feel a dopamine release in your brain, I guarantee it. Peace. Alright, y'all, at this point, we're going to take this chicken out, set it over here to keep it hot. I'm going to add that other chicken thigh, because we got another one to cook. It's going right down in that chicken fat. This fire's asking me for another stick of wood too, so I'm going to do it. And we're going to stir this trinity. At this point, to the sauce, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of dark roux. And we're just going to let that kind of melt into the sauce, stir it up, and distribute it evenly. And we're going to let that cook for a minute or two. Oops, almost forgot. We're going to add about 3 or 4 bay leaves. And we're going to let that flavor get in there too. A lot of flavors in this. That's why they call it jambalaya. Or is it gumbalaya? Who knows? Alright, peace. I'll catch you in the next clip. Alright, y'all. It's time to do 2 things right now. You're going to add 4 cups of chicken stock. This is really rich chicken stock I made. If you'd like to know how to make your own chicken stock, I got a video. I'll put a card up in the corner. You can follow it and learn how to make something. That's 1 quart or 4 cups of chicken stock. In Europe, they might call it a liter. Now I'm going to add about half a tablespoon of salt. That's meant to season the rice that's about to go in here. Also, it's time to flip that chicken. Boom. Alright, we're going to finish searing off that chicken and bring that stock up to a boil. Then it'll be time for the next step. I'm making jambalaya today in the Florida Panhandle, camping at Topsail Hill Preserve State Park. Catch you in the next clip. Alright, y'all. It's time to give this a stir and give it a taste and adjust seasoning. That's pretty good. We're going to go ahead and add the rice. That's 3 cups of, we're using converted rice today, but you can use whatever. Converted rice cooks up really well in the campsite. It's hard to mess it up. I'm going to stir that in. I'm going to bring that whole thing back up to a simmer. I think the flavor's good. I am going to add a little bit more of the Tony Sachet Creole seasoning. All that stuff's to your taste, y'all. You do it how you like. Alright, this is pretty much the last time I'm going to stir it. Make sure the rice is evenly distributed through the sauce. Now's the time when we're going to add that chicken. I'm just going to nestle them right on top there. And if you're doing this at home, you're going to turn your, once it's all good and hot, you're going to turn your stove down to get a simmer. But since we're cooking over a fire, I'm just going to move it over to the slow side of the fire. I got most of the firewood on one side and just a bunch of coals on the other. So we're going to turn this, put a lid on it. Pretty good fitting lid. And we're going to move her over here to the cooler side of the fire. And she's going to take about 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes on a slow cook there. And in about 10 or 15 minutes, we're going to come and rotate the pot so the other side faces the fire, so each side gets the same amount of time towards the heat source. All right, we're going to cut away and light the lanterns because we're losing our sun. And when we come back, we're going to flip that pot around. Peace out. I'll catch you in the next clip. All right, y'all, it's been just shy of 20 minutes. We're going to take a peek. She's looking good. We're going to flip her around so that it kind of cooks evenly. And I'm going to get her off of that direct flame. All right, so that's that. It's been 20 minutes. I'm gonna go smoke a joint and have a beer. And by the time I'm done with that, it'll be another 20 minutes and it'll be time to maybe dish this up. All right, peace, y'all. I'll catch you in the next clip. I love you so much. We're making a Creole version of a jambalaya. Peace. All right, y'all, it's time to check this out. She's been roasting on this fire about 40 minutes. I'm gonna give it a taste and see if it's done. See if the rice is cooked. Definitely the chicken's cooked. I'm gonna say she's done. Last step. Let me adjust the camera a little. Last step, we're going to add some fresh scallion, fresh sliced scallion and parsley. Give her a little mix. The chicken aside. Parsley's going on. Green onions. Ooh, that's hot. Hot fire. Hot fire. And there you have it. That's Creole Jambalaya. If we were in New Orleans, I would have tried to make it with Creole tomatoes, but it's January and we're not in New Orleans. All right, y'all. CC and me are going to throw down on this. Go ahead and smash that like button, that thumbs up button. Tell all your friends about James J. Reed. Peace out. I love you so much.